More and more cyclists are wanting to run their cleats further and further back on their shoes to increase ankle stability and to reduce pressure around the ball of the foot. But what do you do when the shoe will only allow you to bring the cleat back so far and you want to go even further? This is where the FORM Cleat Extender Plate comes in. The FORM Cleat Extender Plate is a plate that attaches to the bottom of your shoe, and when you attach the cleat to the plate, it allows for an extra 20 millimeters of rearward adjustment on the cleat. This is great if your shoes only allow a certain amount of rearward adjustment and you want to take the cleats that bit further to get them in the optimal position. This is a shoe that we've set up with a cleat in its most rearward position that the shoe will allow. And on the other shoe, we're going to use the extender plate to put that cleat even further back and show you the amount of difference you can make with one of these extender plates. So this is what you get in the box with a cleat extender plate. This box is specifically for Shimano cleats. There are other ones available for Look, Keo and Speedplay as well. We've got some button head screws and we've got some washers. And then we've got some countersunk screws to attach the plate to the cleat, and these are the plates themselves. So to fit the extender plates to the shoes, it's really easy. First of all you need to do is put the extender plate on the shoe itself. Now you can choose which holes you want the extender plate to go into. We've got the most rearward holes here, which will give you up to 20 millimeters of rearward adjustment. Or if you just want a little bit more rearward adjustment, you can actually put them in these holes as well. We're actually going to go for the 20 mil rearward adjustment now. Okay. So to fit the plate to the shoe, we're going to use the countersunk screws. There are two different lengths of screw in the box, just to accommodate different shoe shapes. Try and use the longer screws if possible, if your shoe allows, but if not, the shorter ones are in there as well. So once you've got the extender plate on the shoe, the next thing to do is to put the cleat onto the extender plate. So we'll grab our cleat. We don't need any of the original screws or plates that the cleats come with. Instead, we're going to use these washers and the button head screws. So put the washers on top of the cleat like that, and then get your screw, and one by one, just tighten up the cleat. Again, there are two different lengths of screw for putting the cleat onto the plate itself. One thing that you need to check when you're screwing this down is that the screw doesn't go through the bottom of the plate, otherwise it's going to be screwing into the shoe itself. So make sure that you choose the right length screw to fit into the plate. So once you've tightened these screws up to the correct torque stipulated inside the box, they're good to ride. And as you can see, compared to the cleat that is already as far back as possible on this shoe, we've got a huge difference in cleat setback, and you can obviously play around with that depending on how much rearward movement you want, but this is just showing you how much you can actually get. If you're looking to put your cleats in a more rearward position, pick up some of these cleat extenders via the link in the description.